poutine was created around the end of the 50s in the Centre-Du-Québec. The dish is made of French fries, cheese curds, and brown gravy. The origin of this iconic dish is still unsure because many restaurants in the area are still arguing about being the originators. One of them is Le Roi Giuseppe in Drummondville. For many, poutine is from this restaurant, and they're using the inventor of poutine as their trademark. This drive-in restaurant serves French fries with gravy, but some consumer will add cheese curds. The owner of the restaurant in 1964, Jean-Paul Roy, was the first one to serve the dish as we know today. According to some, the owner started to serve the dish after many requests. In the menu, it was called fromage patate sauce. They later changed it to poutine, which was from the word pudding, but also tsiput, the nickname of a cook in the restaurant. The restaurant displays a certificate issued by the Canadian Intellectual Property Office, which states that Roy invented poutine. Then there is Le Lutin qui rit in Warwick. According to a legend, in 1957, a client named Eddie Lennes asked the owner, Fernand Lachance, to put fries and cheese inside of a takeout bag, and the owner said, "Ça va faire une maudite poutine," which can be translated as, "It will make a damn mess." Mr. Lachance used the word poutine for the word mess. At the beginning of 1962, Mr. Lachance added hot gravy to keep it warm. And then, the last one, La Petite Vache in Princeville. This restaurant was founded in 1966 by Henri Provencher. At the time, Princesse, a cheese store, couldn't sell the gravy cheese. La Petite Vache was next to this store, so they started to sell their cheese in the restaurant. A client bought the cheese while he was ordering fries. He then started to mix them together. The owner of La Petite Vache around the time, Max Sévigny, confirmed in November 2010 the first name of poutine was 50-50, a clear reference to 50% of fries and 50% of cheese. The gravy was later included in the dish, which is why it was called mixed. For years, poutine was mostly consumed in smaller restaurants, pubs, at roadside ship wagons, and in hockey arenas. In other provinces, the dish was long mocked and perceived negatively, but also used by some to stigmatize Quebec society. While the first generations suffer from these mockeries, Quebec youth has recently been able to reappropriate it in a more positive way as a symbol of Quebecois cultural pride. For years, it remained a country snack food in Quebec's dairy region due to the narrow freshness window of cheddar cheese curds. In 1969, poutine was brought to Quebec City in Ashton LeBlanc food truck. In the early 1970s, La Banquise began serving poutine in Montreal, followed by the Burger King chain in 1983. Others that followed used inferior cheese, which is why the dish reputation declined. Poutine was largely perceived as an unsophisticated and unhealthy junk food that was supposed to be consumed after a night of drinking. In the 1990s, attempts were made to elevate the dish by using baked potatoes and dog stock. In November 2001, Martin Picard of Bistrot au Pied de Cochon began serving a foie gras poutine, which was praised by the consumers and food critics. This influenced chefs in Toronto and Vancouver featured poutine in their menus. Chef Mark McEwen served lobster poutine at his Bymark Eatery, and Chef Jamie Kennedy served braised beef poutine at his eponymously named restaurant. Over the next decade, poutine gained acceptance and popularity in all types of restaurants, from haute cuisine to fast food, and spread across Canada and internationally. Today, the dish is celebrated in many annual poutine festivals in Quebec, the rest of Canada, and in the United States. When the dish gained popularity outside of Quebec in the mid-2000s, poutine gradually stopped being mocked and became a symbol of Canadian nationalism. Some people think that there is a cultural appropriation because Quebec is a province that considers itself distinct from the rest of Canada. Even worse when Canadians from other provinces ridicule the province for the dish they now love. The popularity also brought chains such as McDonald's, Wendy's, A&W, KFC, Tim Hortons, and many more to sell their versions of poutine in Canada. Along with creativity, Montreal's multiculturalism has led to many versions of the dish, inspired by other cuisines. What is your favorite version of the dish? Let me know in the comments down below. And thanks for watching. Bye!